This is the Tri-Series compilation for the Mazda 767B. Mike on Top Rock. Hi, I'm Mike. We're going to do all of the Tri-Series events in this video. It's for the Mazda 767B. It's not a bad car. It's nothing to be too overly dramatic about. It is high RQ, but we're so used to the 100 plus RQ price cars, it's crazy, isn't it, to say that about something like that. Let's get on. Here we go, here's the Quals. Right, so this is the event where it's possible to pick up an Epic, but we also find out that the finals is 2022 to 2024. There's the Epic, the Alfa Romeo. Looks quite good, okay. Cadillac for Tier 2, Buick for Tier 3 and 4. The track sets are wet and twisty. There's one test bowl. So wet and twisty. 2 of the tracks have got a test bowl, the 2 haven't, which is critical. This is what I'm running. They're mid-engined German and USA. I'm running these 5 cars. Some high RQ stuff, the Audi R18, the other Audi R18. That's my test bowl car, the Audi Auto Union 332. And I've got these 2 smart cars, one's 323 and one's 233. They're making up the RQ. They could be my downfall or they could be my saviour. We shall find out. Right, test bowl. So test bowl's easy, it's that car. The problem is the 2 tracks that don't have the test bowl on are really going to mess with me because that car is rubbish at going around corners. So that's a big loss on the first track. But we got a big win because of the test bowl and the other 2 powerhouse legendaries. Right, let's keep going. Prelim looks okay. So we've just got to chuck stuff in really. The fast track stuff is obviously my big Audi R18s. They will hopefully get me the big points because the other ones are losing points. That was a pretty close win, pretty close. We're in 73rd. Okay, we need a test bowl, that's it. There will be a lot of people who have this Auto Union test bowl car, but so far it's been in events quite a lot, and I haven't seen that many people max it apart from me. So that might work in my favour. Okay, 236. That's a good win. We get a Renault Scenic. Right, let's find someone we can beat. The good thing is there is a couple of slalom courses and stuff like that, so those little smarts will be handy on the shorter tracks. Unfortunately, they're also quite beatable by everything else that people have taken. Right, so that's a loss. That's a loss, okay. Let's put us back 1. Never mind, let's try again. Right, this is back on a test bowl. The test bowl are the ones where I'm going to win my points, and obviously that's 2 fast circuits, and then the 2 smaller tracks are for the smart cars. Yeah, 99 loss, but a massive win because of the test bowl and the other 2 cars. So it's going to be a bit of a bounce around like that, I think. We shall see. But we're in 44th. There is nearly 300 in the bracket. These are the guys at the top. Yeah, 44 after 5. Lost 1. Okay, we're back in. You will be surprised to find out that I am in 3rd. I have done some dodgy things overnight. I bought 3 sets of tickets while these guys were all sleeping, and I've jumped in amongst them, and I've changed my hand to be the same as theirs. So theoretically, they can't beat me. We all have to play the people below, and hopefully I can hang around in the top tier because I'd like to get that Epic. But it is a dodgy thing to do, buy a load of tickets overnight and try and jump in. So we'll see how it plays. They may not like it and they may all hit me like big time. You know what I mean, if they can work out a way of doing it. There is a track that this Porsche that I've got at the moment, if you take a 233, it wins on 2 tracks. If you take a 323, it wins on 2 tracks. So there is a potential that I could be right knocked down. But it's worth a try. You know, it's a game, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? If we get knocked down, we'll hopefully still get tier 2. Let's try this one. I mean, I am playing with some pretty heavy hitters who have got max legendaries and the correct cars for the... Where am I putting that? Okay. That's the difficult track because there's 3 fast tracks and I've only got 2 fast good cars. Okay. Right, that's a win. Okay. But if this wins, it's a massive coup. I don't know if I'll win the epic, but if I can, see, I can beat certain people, other people I'm drawing with. We'll see. If they all fight back together, I'm in real trouble. If they just let it go and keep hitting people below, I'll be okay. Right, that puts me in second. Right, this is the guy with the different hand, which scares me a little bit. I don't know how I deal with it. But I can keep hitting the other guys around and I know I can beat them. We shall see though, there's plenty of hours left, there's a whole of today left. So we'll not count our chickens. And it's only for the quals, who really cares? It's an epic, I know it's an epic I'd quite like to have because I don't have it, but we'll see. Anyway, so I'm in second place. There's a bit of a buffer, but as I say, I expect these guys around me will start hitting back big time when they notice. Okay, 7 hours to go. They are hitting back. You can see I've taken 35 losses and I've had to play 55 wins. That was quite a lot of the ones overnight, of course. The bracket is already overfilled at 305. I'm not going to fight it. You know what? These 3 guys, they have changed their hand. 2 of them. The guy at the top, Gaz Russ, already had a slightly different hand, a slightly different car. They've all swapped out that Porsche that was a 323 for the 233 version. So they can all beat me on 2 tracks and I can beat them all on 2 tracks. However, I don't have enough time in the day to play 3 people who are hitting me constantly. Therefore, I'm just going to let it happen and I'll take tier 2. I don't really care. You know, it's not worth making enemies over. I tried my luck and it didn't work out. These guys have hit back. That's okay. Good play to them. They noticed. You know what? Sometimes people don't play all day because they're busy. And that's where you steal a good march on them. So, good play to them. They knocked me back. I will not be fighting them. I'll probably not even play much now for the rest of the event. Just keep myself in tier 2. Okay, we got results. I didn't play much at all. I just kept in tier 2. I was never going to get back up that tree. They were all against me basically after I jumped in amongst them. Here's the pack. It's carbon fibre. Bentley, Nissan, a Bath, Hyundai Super Rare and a Cadillac. Oh no, that's the free one. And a Skoda Enyaq. Good. I don't have that. I've been chasing that. It's from the European New Wave. Yes, nice. That's one of the cars I was missing. The only car I was missing from the European New Wave, I believe. So that was a massive result. Better than the Epic for me, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, we're going to tune up. We're going to rattle through this. We'll do the premium round 13 first. Then we'll do the last 5 as well. Let's just chuck them in. If you've got a relatively mature garage for the finals, then the tune-up is not particularly difficult for you. It's not about the top-end cars. Here we go. TVR, Citroen, Alfa, Mazda and a Honda Pilot. Okay, double super rare but a load of rubbish. Right, let's jump in 21 to 25. Let's just rattle through them. Hopefully it'll be easy enough. I mean, this is round 21 and it's a load of rares. And we've got ultra rare RQ available to us. So we should have no trouble at all as long as they don't throw any weird tracks against us that we can't win on. But it is a tune-up, it's not meant to be too hard. That was a massive win. There's our cash. Let's roll on to round 22. Right, oh, there's an epic in there at last, but it's the city street's wet and he's low. So we'll be fine. Fast track. On the slalom, which is a weird place to put that. Yeah, let's swap them over, I think. I mean, it's not going to make a lot of difference, but I don't think that drag truck has ever been on a slalom before. Okay, 102 on the first race, 508 for the 3 stars. Good. Okay, let's have a look at 23. Same sort of stuff. Match that. City streets against the low car. G-Force, yeah, it should be all right. We're going to get plenty of points on that city streets, I think, anyway. So even if one of these loses, we should be fine. 66 points. No, it won. 341. Good. Round 24. Another low on the city streets. Mile drag. I wonder if that wins, because that's got good drag capabilities, but a really low top speed for 1 mile. We shall see later on. That's a win on the city streets against the Chevrolet. Yes, it did win the last race. Good. 359. There's the cash. This is the last round for the carbon fibre. What are we going to do here? I guess that. Yeah, let's try all that. See what happens. Can't worry too much. Just throw them in. If we have to change cars, we will. 73 win on the first track. 377. No trouble at all. Here's the carbon fibre for the Tri-Series finals. Citroen, Mazda, Alpine, Ram, and Porsche Taycan. Nice. I like that a lot. That's a massive win for me. I've been waiting for that for ages. Nice. Okay, prelims are here. The prelims are also fighting for a pack like the Quals was, but ironically it's fighting for the Skoda Enyaq, which I just won. I do need the Dodge Hornet though, which is tier 2, so hopefully I can pick that up. The tracks are 2 dirt, 1 is a test bowl, and there is another test bowl. So there's 2 test bowls, 1 is a dirt, but there are 2 dirt tracks and 3 fast dry tracks. We've got a bit of a problem with that. So the GMC Sierra is my best off-roader. Cadillac Escalade is filling in the numbers. Cadillac 16 is by far the best car for the dirt test bowl. My other Cadillacs fill in the good fast stuff on the test bowl and the other fast track. So let's jump in and see how this works for me. That Cadillac 16 has a good top speed and it gets pretty close to it on the dirt, which is ironic. So we have to, of course, this is not the one with the test bowl on it. So we can't do much about this, but we will have a problem. The twistier, yeah, okay. The Canyon Road is quite twisty for my all-surface tyre car. And we won't have trouble because the other ones will make it up against this competitor. But when we get a bit higher up the table, there's going to be a few issues, I think, with that all-surface tyre truck that's making up the numbers. Okay, let's go again, see if we can get that test bowl on the dirt, and I'll show you. Right, here we go. We'll see how this pays out. Right, the 2 test bowls should be okay. Then we've got the G-Force sand, and then we're stuck with this all-surface tyre car, of course, which is a problem. So which one do I want to put it on? Probably that one, and drop that one in there. That should get us a win on the first, and obviously the fourth will lose quite badly. It does, good. Okay. Right, 89 point loss. Okay. Let's get some cash and a car. And some more cash. Right, this is all drags, which is the big problem for me. I don't like the look of this Ultra Rare on any drag particularly, but we'll see how it pans out. It might not lose me too much. It's only 1 track set out of 4, of course. Could swap them over. I'm not sure if 0 to 60 or 1/4 mile is a better place for that rubbish. But the others should be absolutely fine. This guy's taking a lot of trucks. But of course it's about setting up your ghost hand, not necessarily playing this player. Okay, that's 3 and 0. Pick up a car, and a car. Okay, 40th. Right, it's another test bowl dirt, looks okay. Twisty dirt, should be fine. That's on the test bowl. Right, and then we've got to work this out. But realistically, that has to go on the 1/4 mile, I think, that SUV. Okay, let's do it. This is a big win. I suspect a lot of people are going to take that Ultra Rare, the Cadillac. But I'm not. I'm putting all my efforts into these big, high, top speed things, and I've put my crap numbers on that SUV. What have we got here? I'll find someone I can take a punt at. The risk is also that Cadillac 16 has been in the game a long time, and when I find people who have got it, they may well have it maxed or at least upgraded, and I haven't put one upgrade in it because it's not, to me, been a useful car. Weirdly, I've pulled 3 of them in my time in top drives, and I've fused 2 of them away because I never used the 1, let alone 3. Yeah, I think the runway drag is probably longer than the long ocean drag. Oh, look at that, pulled back at the last second. Nice work, Cadillac. It's got good MOA, obviously, from that. But, yeah, that's a win. Good. Okay, 12th after 5. 13th after 5. I mean, there's a big batch of 5 and 0. We'll be moving around that, I guess. So that's okay. There's 248 people out of 300 in the bracket. The first top guys have got 10 and 1 and 12 and 1 and stuff. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Let's hope we can get tier 2 because I like the idea of pulling a car I don't own. Right, we're back with the prelims. We've got just under 5 hours to go. I'm in tier 2. I'm in 6th place. I've played enough tickets to get tier 2. I'm not getting up into tier 1, so I'm not going to worry too much about playing the rest of the tickets. I just thought I'd jump in and show you where I am. Maybe play a ticket. Right, so this Hummer is on the prize ladder at the moment for the Summer Games. Lots of people have it. I haven't put it in my hand because, 1, I haven't claimed it because I'm trying to keep it for another video. And 2, it's quite high RQ for its gain. It has a very low 0 to 60, but not very good around the corners. And that's, to me, means I'd have to knock down one of my other fast dry track cars, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to try and keep playing here. A lot of people, though, have it in the top 10. If I can keep in the top 10 without claiming it, I'll be very happy. That was a bad overtake at the end. I didn't know that Cadillac had that MOA. Wow. Okay. Right, I'm in 6th anyway. That was a win. So we've got test bowl on the dirt, should be okay with that Cadillac. They're all Cadillacs, I don't know why I keep saying Cadillac. We'll see how this pans out, but yeah, that's race 3. Price car, price truck, the Epic, is a bit of a problem. We'll see how this does. That's a loss, okay. Let's see what the price truck does. It's a really quick drag. Lost 101. So I'm potentially losing this unless I get some good... Oh, this should get good points. Because it's performance tyres, that orange car. 106, nice. Right, so we've got to do something... What's the last race? Can't remember. Oh, it's a draw. It's got to be a draw, is it? So we've won it. Nice. See, that's what I'm saying. You don't need to claim that Epic. I mean, obviously, you could claim it if you're not making YouTube videos. But you don't need to add it into your hand, is what I'm saying. We'll use that another time. Okay, we got results. We got tier 2. Let's hope the pack pays out brilliantly because the car is what I wanted. Peugeot, Bufori, Hyundai, Audi, super rare, Dodge Hornet, which is the one I wanted that I'm missing. Nice. Let's see what the car is for the pack. It's a Ram Warlock. No good to me. Okay, but good cash and good gold and all the other things like flags. Okay, we've got finals. This is the last event of the Tri-Series. This is for the big car. The Mazda 767B. Could be quite useful. Otherwise, we're getting a couple of Epics or a Morgan or etc. This is the track sets. There's a couple of city streets and they vary from being wet and dry. There are fundamentally 3 wet tracks and 2 dry, but those city streets move around and the last track set has a couple of drags in the dry, which is hard work, I think. So this is what I've got in my hand at the moment. I've got some 4-wheel drive performance cars to handle the wet and the dry. But I have the Cadillac Lyriq again. I have the Hyundai Ioniq. I have the Porsche Taycan, which I pulled in the tune-up. I have the Audi e-tron, which I used in the previous Tri-Series. And I have the Dodge Hellcat Red Eye for the drag stuff. That is 332. Let's jump in and see what we get. Right, so fundamentally I have two city streets cars which are wet track cars, and that could be the problem for me. But we'll see how it pans out. I'm hoping the four-wheel drive performance tyre cars will pull it through on the wet tracks when I have to put my medium standard tyre cars on the dry tracks. It's stupid, but I think that's the way I'm doing it. Right, that's a good win on the first. And the second is 89. So this city streets is a win because he's a standard tyre car as well. Wasn't a great test. Tokyo G-Force is a win for me, but he's on 000. You can't enter a Tri-Series running a legendary at 000, surely. And city streets. Okay, 75. I mean, that's a big win, but it was the first guy I was playing, so let's not get too excited about it. Right, 455 people out of 500 in the bracket. I'm 154th, if that makes sense. 154. These are the top guys. The top guys have played a lot. This is a mature bracket. Oh dear. Let's go again anyway. Right, so we've got two dry tracks. This is messing me up. So all the wet stuff are my dry cars. Yeah, they're all on the wrong tracks basically, but I can't do anything about it. I don't have any medium stuff to put on there that's a dry car. It's a pain. I think realistically this Tri-Series is not my Tri-Series. You know, despite winning 500 points to 0 there, I don't think I'm even getting tier 3. I might be a tier 4 person. I don't know. It's crazy to have a max legendary and 4 maxed epics and still be getting tier 4 and tier 5, but reasonably, unless I keep getting this track set, which is all wet medium stuff, city street stuff, I'm really screwed. Right, that is finally a win for me. Good. On a wet track. Right, 326 to 50. 83rd with 3 wins. I mean, I say finally a win, I've been winning, but you know what I mean. Finally the right win. Okay, 1 city streets wet and 1 dry. Dear God. The annoying thing is, these people don't have anything other than ultra rares and stuff, but my stupid standard tyre cars just can't beat them on the dry. I need to reevaluate. Maybe I should be taking ultra rares. I don't know though. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. That was another win. Don't get me wrong. I'm moaning like you wouldn't believe here, but I'm still winning and climbing. So it might actually be that I've got no problem at all. Let's have a look at this. So this Audi is a loss on the car park to an ultra rare. So that's still a win, 206. Maybe I'm worrying about nothing. Let's keep going. Let's keep going with this stupid hand. Right, I'm 41st, 5 and 0. It's a big bracket and there's a lot of people who have played a lot of tickets at the top. What I need to get is another, 60 points to get in the top 12 at the moment. I'm 60 points behind these guys. So I am playing behind the curve. Okay, 10 hours to go. I'm in 17th. I was a lot lower than that. I was in 33rd for a long time. I played a couple of tickets with this new hand and I'm climbing. And this new hand includes a 233 Hyundai Ioniq and the BMW iX M60, which seemingly is now my dry city streets car. I didn't really consider it to be a thing because of its terrible handling, but it has a low 0 to 60 and there is a drag track it needs to be on. So I think this is going to do me real favours because now I can put my 3 wet cars on 3 wet tracks. There is 1 double city streets that's dry track set, which will be a pain. I will have to put one of my wet cars on that, but I suspect most people will. Right, 14th. Pick up some gold and some cash. Let's play another ticket. I think this is going to work out much better for me now because I have somewhere to put these damn cars. I can immediately make my decision about the 3 wet cars on those 3 wet tracks. Also, because I have a 233 Hyundai Ioniq, I can make the choice when I want to. That was a loss. Oh dear. Right. Oh dear. So because I have a 233 and a 323 Hyundai Ioniq, I can now make that decision because the 233 wins on the bigger city streets wet tracks. Therefore, I hopefully can beat a few people by just being a bit sneaky. .320, good. So that was a win on all tracks. Right, so let's go again. We're not getting into the top 10 because of that loss to David. Right, this is the same guy, but same track set, so we know we can win it. Okay, here we go. It's a win. It should be, what, 320 was it? 320 to 0. Right, okay. Try not to play that guy again. Okay, pick up some cards. Right, one more ticket in this batch. Let's try and get higher up the table. It's much easier. Now I've got that City Streets car, the BMW iX. It's much easier now finding cars to put on things. Don't have to think too much. I like it a lot. This is my style of play, not thinking too much. Right, so I'm now in 8th. I am in the top 12, which is kind of cool. That's where I want to be. Look at the guys at the top though. They've all taken lots of losses. Okay, I'm back with 37 minutes to go on the clock. I've been playing every ticket and I'm in tier 1. I'm in 2nd place. I've got a strong lead over the tier 2 people. So all should be good. Let's play a ticket and then let's wait it out, I think. This hand has turned out to be optimal for this finals. I'm really pleased with it. I know there's slightly better cars you could have had, but this has worked out brilliantly for me. I was worried going into this that I didn't have those legendaries like that Chevy, but you know what? Having my maxed Cadillac Lyric has come through again for me, and having those two Hyundai Ioniqs is also worked brilliantly for me, especially having one at 233, because a lot of people have it at 323. This Dodge Charger was also a gamble, but it's paid off as well. So I'm solidly in 2nd position, on for a tier 1 win. I'm very, very surprised and very pleased. I was expecting to be tier 3, possibly even tier 4, when I saw what my hand was. Really pleased. Really pleased. Okay, here's the results. I got 2nd place, I got tier 1. That's kind of wicked. As I said earlier, I was not expecting it. So let's see what the double carbon fibre brings. Mitsubishi, Lamborghini, Aston, Mazda, Mercury, Chrysler Super Rare, Dodge Super Rare, Cadillac Super Rare, and the Ultras, Audi and a Volvo. And there's the prize car, nice. RQ96 Mazda, really cool. I don't have the 767B, so that is a good 2nd place to that, I think. Really cool, very pleased to get it. Let's get it in the garage and we'll 1-star it. That's the 3 cars I picked up from this finals. 2 Fused Material Ultra Rares and the Mazda prize car. Let's see what it looks like at 1-star. Where is it? Further down than normal. There it is, there it is, there it is, 96. Okay, let's drop the cash in. So it's 2.799. That's not too bad. It is at RQ96, so it should be good stats. Slick tyre, rear wheel drive, pretty respectable top speed. Very pleased to get that in my garage. I hope you did brilliantly in the Tri-Series as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Get yourself out of here. We are done.